Our objective today is just to graph linear inequalities in two variables on the coordinate plane. Now to graph this one, linear inequalities, there are so many ways on how to graph. We can use slope-intercept form, two-point form, and intercepts, okay? Now, but this time, we'll focus on the slope-intercept form. So what is that slope-intercept form? So the slope-intercept form, it is y equals mx plus b, where the m is the slope and the b is the y-intercept. Now, when you talk about slope, slope is the rise over run, okay? Now, let's go on the problems that we are going to graph, okay? The linear inequalities that we are going to graph. I have three here. So the first one is 3y is greater than 2x. Second is 4x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 6. And the third one is 3x is less than 2y plus 8. Now, let's go solve on the first, on that number 1. Okay? Now, to solve this to graph this 3y is greater than 2x, so what we are going to do, we will just use the slope-intercept form. So, change this one into equal symbol, the inequality, so that is 2x. Now, what we need is just only 1 beside y, so we will divide this one by 3, and do the same on the other side. So, 3 divided by 3, that is 1, so meaning to say that is only y, and then you have to turn x. Now, as you can see on the slope-intercept form now, y equals 2/3 x. Now, our slope is equal to 2 over 3. And the slope is also equal to that rise over run. And then, the y-intercept, what is the y-intercept? Here. Now, there's two number, the constant here. So, meaning to say, the y-intercept is 0. Now, to graph this one, in our Cartesian plane, so, to graph, that would be like, you'll start from the y-intercept. The y-intercept, you locate that one on the y-axis. Okay, this is the x-axis and the y-axis. Now, the y-axis, where the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0, so therefore, here, this one. Now, this is our base upon using the slope-intercept form. So, from here, the y-intercept is 0, so meaning to say, you go up, since it is rise, the rise is 2. Okay, you go up 2, okay, 2 units. So, from here, go 1, 2. And then, the run is 3. So, since it's positive, go to the right. So, 1, 2, 3. So, here, you connect that one, but take a look on the inequality symbol. It is greater than. There has no equal symbol. So, meaning to say, the graph, that would be a broken line. So, I'll change that one. So, here, when you connect that one, is the result. A broken line. Meaning to say, this broken line is not part of the solution, since it is greater than. There is no equal symbol. Now, next thing that we are going to do is we will try what part of this, the solution, okay, of the Cartesian plane, whether this part or on the here. Now, what we are going to do, you choose any point from this part or that part. I will choose this point, okay. On that point, let's try to know, we choose this one as my test point. The test point I choose, that would be, test point which I choose, that is 1 and negative 1. It is 1 and negative 1. Now, let's try to test this one, whether it is a solution of this given inequality or not. So, first thing that we are going to do, you copy that one. 3y is greater than 2x. And then, you replace y and x. So, this is our x coordinate, and then this is our y coordinate. So, we have 3. Our y coordinate, that is negative 1. So, times negative 1 is greater than 2 times our x coordinate, that is 1. So, I need to say this is negative 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And then 2 times 1, that is 2. Is negative 3 greater than 2? No, it's false. So, meaning to say, this is not the solution. The solution, what would be on this part, okay? It's not the solution. This point is not the solution. All the points on this part are the solution. It's on the opposite part. So, here is the solution. This one. Okay? Now, is the solution 3y is greater than 2x. This part, all points on this part are the solution of the first inequality that we have, which is 3y is greater than 2x, based on the test point that we had choose. Okay? Now let's work on the second example that we have. Okay? Now let's go on the second. Here, I'll pull this one so that we can work with our second example. Now, our second example, so we have 4x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 6. Now, first thing that we are going to do, since we are going to use the slope-intercept form, so we will transform this one into slope-intercept form. So you have 4x plus 2y is equal to 6. So we'll subtract it, add it by negative 4x so that this one will become 0. Do the same on the other side of the equal symbol. So minus 4x. That would be, this is 0, so you have 2y equals, you cannot add these two since they are not like terms. So you can have it 4x plus 6. Next thing that you are going to do, since there is a number beside y, so you are going to divide it by 2 so that this one will become 1. So you have divide by 2. Do the same on the other terms, all terms that we have. So this is 2 divided 2, that is 1. So y, 1y equals negative 4 divided by 2, that is negative 2. And you have x. And 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So you have 3. So meaning to say, our slope now, it's negative 2. And then our y-intercept, that is 3. Now, as you can see, the slope is the rise over run. Okay? Now, our rise, it's negative 2. What is the number on the lower part? That is, we understood that there is 1. So, the rise here, it's negative, that is negative 2 over 1. Because negative 2 divided by 1, that is still negative 2. So, we understood that the run is positive 1. Okay? Now, let's try to locate that one on the Cartesian plane. So, to locate that one on our Cartesian plane, so, first thing that we are going to do, it's you need to locate first on the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is positive 3. So, therefore, here, this one, okay? The y-intercept, this is positive 3 because you are going to find it on the y-axis, okay? You find that one here. So, y-intercept is positive 3 here. And then, next, you go with the slope. Okay, what is the slope? The slope is negative 2. So, meaning to say the rise, it's negative 2 and over 1. So, since it's negative 2, you go down. Because if it's positive, you go up. Since it's negative 2, the rise is negative 2, so you go down 2 units. So, you have 1, 2. Okay? And then the run is positive 1, so we go to the right. Since it's positive, so 1 unit. So, we have 1. So, this one. This 2 point, you are going to connect this one, and that would be the part graph of our inequality. So, now, upon connecting that one, you need to look at on the inequality symbol. What is the inequality symbol? It is greater than or equal to. Now, when there would be an equal symbol, so the graph would be a solid line. So, here, let's connect this one, and this is the result. Okay. Okay, when we connect that, here. Now, so next thing that we are going to do, you are going to choose a test point. So, which is the test point you are going to choose to make for you, which is comfortable. For me, I'm going to choose this point. Okay? What is the coordinates of that? I choose the test point of that one. The test point which I choose is, the coordinates are 0 and 0. Because it's, for me, it's easy. So, to test this one, you go back on our inequality. So, that is 4x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 6. So, this is our x coordinate and y coordinate. Our x coordinate, that is 0. 4 times 0 plus 2 times what is y? We have 0 also. Okay? This one is 0 plus 0. Okay? This one is 0. 0 is greater than or equal to 6. Is it true? That is false. So, meaning to say, this is not the solution. So, if this point which we test is not the solution, so definitely on the other part is the solution of our inequality. So, therefore, the solution would be here. This point that we choose is not the solution. Take a look, it's false. So, this is not the solution. So, the solution will be on the other side of our test point. So, here, this one. Now, so this is the solution. Okay. So, I will just write the inequality that we have. So, that is 4x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 6. And then you're going to say this one because all the points here are the solution of the inequalities that we have. Okay? Okay, this is the graph. Now let's work on our third example. So our third example will be here. Now again, same thing that we are going to do. Let's transform this one into slope-intercept form. Okay, equals 2y plus 8. We change the inequality symbol to equal symbol. So the position is not the ideal one because we need the y must be on the right side of the equal symbol. So here, so I will just interchange. So I have 2y plus 8 equals 3x. Now, so I am going to add negative 8 so that this one will be 0. Okay, so that what is left on the left part of the equal symbol is just 2y. So since I add negative 8, do the same on the other side. So I have 2y, this one will be 0. And then here, you cannot add since they are not like terms, so you have 3x minus 8. Now, I have a number beside y, which is 2, so I am going to divide it by 2. So that this one will become 1. So when you divide it by 2 in this part, make it sure that you do divide all the terms. Okay. Now, next thing, to divide by 2, that is 1. So 1y or y equals 3 divided by 2. You cannot divide it, so it's a fraction. Just leave it in that form. Okay. Minus negative 8 divided by positive 2, that is negative 4. Okay. So on that part, so you have the slope. What is the slope? It is 3 over 2. And the y-intercept, it is equal to negative 4. Now again, the slope is the rise over run. Okay. Now let's do locate that one. Now take a look. The inequality symbol that is less than. So meaning to say there has no equal symbol, so the graph would be a broken line. Meaning to say this broken line, it means to say that the broken line is not included on not the solution. So let's go locate that one. So the y-intercept that is negative 4. We will start from y-intercept. Y-intercept is negative 4. So meaning to say from here. Okay? From this. Okay, locate that y-intercept on the y-axis. Now, next, from the y-intercept step, which is negative 4, so you look at the slope. The rise is positive. So meaning to say you go up. Because if this is negative, we go down. Since it's positive, the rise, so you go up 3 units. So from here, we have 1, 2, 3. And in the run, it's positive, you go to the right. 2 units. 1, 2. Okay, here. 2 units, okay? To connect that one, because that is you connect these 2 points. So meaning to say, you connect that using the broken line, since it's the inequality symbol is less than only. So here. Okay, I will do this way. Okay, that's the graph. It's a broken line. Now, this next thing that we are going to do, we will choose, because we do not know what part is the solution, either all the points here or all the points on this part. So I will choose this point, because for me, coordinates with having 0 and 0 is easy to solve. Now let's do. Okay, that is point which we choose is having the coordinates of 0 and 0. Now, so going back, you try to write the inequality that you have. So 3x is less than 2y plus 8. So your x coordinate and your y coordinate. Your x coordinate is 0, is less than 2 times y is 0 plus 8. This one, 3 times 0 is 0. This one is also 0 plus 8. So you have 0 and then you have 8. 0 is less than 8. Is it true or false? Yes, it's true. So meaning to say, this point which we choose is the solution. So if this is the solution, all the points here on this part are the solution of the inequality that we have. So here I'll just okay I'll just remove this one because this part is the solution. So here now, okay, so this is the graph. I will just write the inequality that we have, that is 3x is less than 2y plus 8. So all this part are the solution of the inequality that we have based on the test point. Okay.